Fairbanks North Star Borough, Historic Slideshow, circa 1982. The following slides were found in a box in Borough storage. They were part of a presentation put together as 35mm slides. The accompanying text has been copied directly from paperwork that accompanied the slides and reflects the knowledge and opinions of the author in 1982. The slides are historical and meant to be enjoyed in that context. The Fairbanks North Star Borough was created on January 1, 1964, when the legislature passed the Mandatory Borough Act. Alaska covers an area of 586,400 square miles and is the largest state in the Union, as you can see from this slide superimposed on a map of the continental United States. This aerial photo shows Fairbanks, the second largest city in the state. One of its attributes, the Chena River, can be seen coursing through the city's center. Alaska's mid-level governments are called boroughs, which are similar to the counties found elsewhere in the nation. The Fairbanks North Star Borough encompasses 7,361 square miles, is the fourth largest borough in the area, and is the second largest population. At present, 53,983 people reside within the borough, 22,645 of whom live in the city of Fairbanks and 724 in the city of North Pole. Fairbanks Memorial Hospital is a modern 145-bed hospital built 10 years ago. Ground has just been broken for a $16.5 million addition that will expand the facility to 183 beds. It serves all of interior Alaska and the remote northern region. Often, patients are flown in from these remote areas by Army helicopter. A 14-bed intensive and coronary care unit, second to none on the West Coast, and an intensive care nursery with 5 bassinets, such as the one shown here, are an integral part of the hospital, which is capable of handling all cases except those requiring open heart or neural surgery. The Trans-Alaska Oil Pipeline, which moves over 1.5 million barrels of crude oil daily, stretches 798 miles from Prudhoe Bay to Valdez, Alaska. 480 miles of the line are constructed above ground using more than 78,000 vertical support members. 80% of these supports require thermal protection because of prevalent permafrost. This slide shows both the pipeline, the dotted line, and the proposed natural gas pipeline, which is in a hold position at the present time. The construction of the pipeline allowed for the development of the North Pole refinery, which produces approximately 5,000 barrels of jet fuel and heating oil per day. Doyon Limited, one of Alaska's 12 regional native corporations, plans to construct a $70 million refinery adjacent to the existing North Pole refinery to produce jet fuel, heating oil, and gasoline. The local refinery has made it possible for Fairbanks International Airport to contract with domestic carriers for refueling at Fairbanks. The local refinery has made it possible for Fairbanks International Airport to contract with foreign jumbo jets for refueling at Fairbanks. Air cargo activities have also been increased. Air activities stepped up in all directions. This bus is destined for Borough. While oil has been a boost to our economy, our deposits of coal should certainly not be overlooked. This dragline at the Usabelli mine has a 30 cubic yard bucket. The Alaska Railroad carries coal from the mines near Healy to cities, towns, and military installations along its route. Port facilities are being constructed in Seward, Alaska to provide for export of coal to Pacific Rim countries. The Alaska Railroad presently is owned by the federal government and may be taken over by the state of Alaska. The railroad and the trucking industry are good examples of the role Fairbanks plays as a service and supply center for interior and northern Alaska. Railroad spurs extend to storage terminals and industrial areas. Here you see the Yukon River Bridge, with the Trans-Alaska Pipeline shown to your right at the bottom of the screen. The length of the bridge is 2,290 feet. This bridge spans the last natural barrier between the northern tip of the United States and the East Coast. This is the main overland route from Fairbanks to Prudhoe Bay. These trucks are traveling on the Dalton Highway, which is 416 miles long and is commonly referred to as the Haul Road. Tourism is the third largest industry in Alaska. Mount McKinley, located within the Denali National Park, is about a 2-hour trip from Fairbanks by train, bus, or car. It is one of the most popular spots for visitors. Another attraction in Fairbanks is the Riverboat Discovery, providing tours on the Chena and Tanana rivers. A major boost to our tourism industry will be the completion of Chena Lake Park. The Borough and the Army Corps of Engineers will start construction this summer on this $3 million campground and picnic area as the major recreational feature of a flood control project costing $450 million. Another important factor in the Fairbanks economy is the University of Alaska, shown in this aerial view. It is the farthest north university in North America. Last fall, nearly 5,000 students enrolled in classes at the Fairbanks campus. This contributes more than $80 million to the Fairbanks economy each year. The university system includes 3 main campuses and 10 community colleges throughout Alaska, with the statewide administrative office located in Fairbanks. Research activities are headquartered on the university's West Ridge, where major research in Arctic science, mining, environmental studies, agriculture, and other areas is underway. The University of Alaska ranked 17th last year among all universities nationwide in the amount of funds received for research. This is a drilling operation. Most industries of this type, as well as mining camps, are supplied through Fairbanks. This shows a placer mining operation. Panning is another method of getting gold. Since Alaska is a state with many young people, it was hard for us to find a typical old prospector. To reintroduce agriculture to the Tanana Valley, a barley experiment was begun. This 60,000-acre development is approximately 90 miles south of Fairbanks at Delta. The yield has varied from a low of 29.2 bushels per acre to a high of 45.6 bushels per acre. Agriculture also flourishes north of Fairbanks, as seen by this hayfield. There are 2 major military installations in the Tanana Valley. Fort Wainwright, adjacent to the city of Fairbanks, has approximately 2,900 soldiers. Their participation in local civic affairs has always been highly visual, and soldiers strut their stuff throughout the year at parades, meetings, and celebrations. The U.S. Army maintains an active partnership with the Fairbanks USO. Many soldiers and their families use the club. Eielson Air Force Base, located 26 miles south of Fairbanks, has approximately 3,000 airmen. On-base housing, if available, is assigned to military personnel, with the overflow housed in the surrounding community. The Air Force and Army, through their payrolls, contracts, needed services, and supplies, put millions of dollars into circulation in interior Alaska. Like any other area, new industries, recreation, and schools bring workers and families, which generate the need for places to shop and live. These next slides will show some of our new shopping centers. This is a Fred Meyer department store. Shoppers Forum, University Center, Bentley Mall, and one of our many banks with a summer and winter view. Fairbanks has a variety of home styles. One of our downtown condominiums. One section of a large apartment complex. Education is offered to students in the Fairbanks North Star Borough through 20 public elementary schools, 2 junior high schools, 4 high schools, an alternative high school, and parochial schools. In addition, 3 new elementary and 1 new high school are presently under construction. At the Hutchison Vocational Career Center, skills and trades are taught. Other services offered by the Fairbanks North Star Borough include the Borough Transit System, which had 574,000 riders in 1981. The Nolween Library with a circulation of 450,000 books last year. Our solid waste baler. Like anywhere else in the United States, Fairbanksans love recreation. Until a few years ago, Borough residents did not have any place to swim except at the university or one of the military installations. We now have 2 Olympic-sized pools. And another one at the Mary Sy Recreation Center, which specializes in service to handicapped persons, children, or the elderly. This is the rear of the newly renovated Mary Sy Recreation Center. The solar collectors greatly reduced operation costs. Another extensive renovation project recently completed is the Big Dipper Ice Arena. Round-the-clock usage allows more than 900 hockey players to use the ice every week. In addition, regularly scheduled figure skating, recreation skating, and church school groups maximize the use of this facility. Outdoor recreation is extremely popular. Here, you see a participant in the North American Sled Dog Race. And one of the spectators.